Okay.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Sure. Go ahead.
I feel like
Merch.
oh sorry.
That's fine.
I feel like
Merch.
in general it's not equal. I feel like a man will always be top of the top no matter what.
Okay.
I feel like just for me, but I feel like it also depends on everybody else and what they believe in. Like for me, I'm Haitian, of course, so in my culture it's the man is right. He is the man. You as a woman back down and you need to listen to him. So it's also depending on that. But for me, I feel like if a man really loves you and he's, especially your husband, because that's a big title, he doesn't want anything bad for you.
Right.
So I feel like, and also men, people say women are emotional creatures, but I also feel like men are emotional, but they just don't show it. So I feel like a man is not going to have his wife or his partner's worst interests at heart.
Right.
Yeah.
Like for me, an example, like when I was with the father of my child, he would always tell me something and I would just like not want to listen. But in the end, he always ended up right.
Yep.
So I feel like
Merch.
it
You're
would
not together now, then.
But that's different. You see, it's not about being right or wrong. It's about the problem and you guys trying to solve
Yeah, but
it.
who
She
determines
just
that
said
there's a
right.
problem?
He was right.
Yeah, all the time.
Right, but she was,
Yeah.
were you?
Yeah.
Did you not?
nigga, no.
But hold on, I have a question for you. Did you not want to give him like the right of way or agree with him just because like you were spiteful or like what is the reason? Like sometimes you gotta like in retrospect, yeah, in retrospect, you gotta look outside and be like, okay, is it my ego or am I trying to solve this problem?
Here's the thing with that, and I'm gonna answer your question.
Ooh.
When, of course, there's gonna be disagreements, and of course, no one is always right. You know what I mean? But also, I just also stand on what I say. I feel like a man just always knows what's best for his woman.
Oh shit.
Question: looking back on how you handled it before with your ex baby daddy or baby daddy, how do you handle it now with your new man? Let's say for example you don't agree with what he's doing. How do you handle it now? Like what would you do to like, you know what? He takes lead. He said this. How do you handle it internally to deal with that?
Like we'll talk about it. I'll sit down and be like, babe, are you sure? Da, da, da. And then we'll handle out. I'll see his point and he see my point, and then it's okay, babe. I get it. I feel you.
There's a middle ground.
Yeah, but this is
one is combative, one
this
is
is the
more
problem, right?
Submissive.
The whole problem with your argument, from your perspective, I agree. There's a middle ground, right? What I'm posing to you is when the decides there's not a middle ground. I've decided there's no middle ground. And your feelings are dismissed, and you're wrong, and I don't give a shit we're doing X.
Are we fucking leaving?
Right, exactly. You're fucking leaving. That's exactly right.
Divorce again.
That's exactly right.
I'm not saying I'm leaving.
That's
it. Bye with you.
Andrew.
Okay. Did you have a question for one of the other girls?
Yeah, well, actually, this was a really good take. So you said, and this is more of an anti-feminist take, right? So you said, look, in retrospect, I wish I had listened more, right?
Yeah.
And if you could go back and you had listened, would you still be with him?
Yeah.
Would he still? Would there have ever even been the problems that there was that led to that ending?
No, if I listened, there wouldn't.
So
be
all
no
you had to do was
problems.
what?
Listen.
Submit.
Shut up.
Submit. That's it. Just had to submit. Well, this is the purview. People will say these ridiculous things. I say, submission is. That's insane. Every time you get in the back of a taxi cab, you're submitting. You're putting everything in somebody else's hands to get you from point A to point B. You submit to complete strangers, but you won't submit to your own men. It's that to me is insane. Same thing. You get on an airplane. You don't meet the pilot. You don't know the pilot. You don't know his background. You don't know shit. You just expect that this large corporation that sees you as a number, doesn't give a shit about you, is going to get you from point A to point B, but you won't submit to your own men. That's insanity too.
I do have a question.
I also feel
even
like
your boss, like you go to work every single day. Your boss says X, Y, Z. You don't say, you know what? I don't like that. What about this? And your boss is like, no, it's going this way. You can get fired.
Not only that, they'll wear a uniform to their job and wear what they say, but then you tell her, hey, I don't like the way you're going out. Oh, well, you can't. I'm wear what I want. Why are you so insecure? Anyway, but sorry. Okay, you had a question for him? Go ahead, please.
Yeah, so how do you feel if you were submitting to someone and you gave them a period of time to submit to them and you saw that they were allowing things to go out of hand? Like if you were submitting to a pilot and you saw that he was not flying the plane correctly and you were going to fucking die.
Sure, I would do something about it immediately.
So in terms of that, like what would that mean for a woman submitting to a man in a relationship?
So we're under the pretext here that you're married.
Okay.
You have taken a vow.
Yeah.
And what does the vow say?
What does the vow say?
You tell me. I'm the one who's not married, remember?
I didn't
You're also
say
a
you
former
were.
pastor. You should know this.
I asked.
You have to be there in
pastor.
sickness,
You're going to
Pastor
be there
Winwood?
through, hang on, through what?
sickness,
And in health?
poverty, and health. No matter what.
Well, she
Yeah.
knows it because it's been 3
And you
times.
still
Right.
left 3 times, nigga.
Now, here's the other thing. Here's how a marriage is actually set up. It's a representation. It works like this. The man is the head, just like Christ is the head of the church. Just like we submit, the men submit to Jesus Christ, who is the Lord and Savior, right? He is in that representation role for the church.
Okay.
This is your pastoral beliefs, by the way, as well. Or at least it was.
I'm just listening.
Okay, so anyway, he's the head of the church. The body of the church is represented by women, okay, by the woman. That's the body. The body submits to Christ, and the man acts as the head, which is as Christ. Okay, so that is the submission process inside of a religious
Can
marriage.
a
Wait,
body
hang on.
function? Can a head function without a body, though? You know, like it's like we need each other.
Hold on. Simple.
Okay, but hang on. Move your arm. Move your arm. Okay. How do you know that you moved your arm?
How do you know that? What part? Like
Answer the question.
what? Okay. What do you mean?
How do you know that you just moved your arm?
Because I just did, and I showed you.
You know it because it just happened, right?
Because you told
Did
me
that
so.
come from your head or did that come from your body?
Well, it could be both.
Well, okay, but where did it come from?
First.
What told the arm to move? What told the body to move?
Okay.
Because he
Now,
say that
your
to
body is comprised of arms, legs, torso, all that, right?
Right.
If your legs were gone, would you still be the body?
Yes. What do
Yes, you
mean?
would still be the body, right? You would still have a whole body.
You would still have a body. Yes.
Okay, and both your arms gone, you would still be a body?
Yes. you
Okay,
still
now
have a
feasibly,
body.
here's the last
I mean,
question.
look,
If you were removed as a head in a jar and you
Look.
still had full consciousness and no body, could
I'll
you
say
exist?
this.
Hang on. Could
I'll
you
say-
exist?
once you're
Answer. Hang on. Back up. Just let me finish.
the first
You're a
thing.
head in a jar.
Yes.
Are you still you?
I don't fucking know, but I will say this.
You don't know. So when do you
are-
stop becoming you?
Look, the moment of inception, your heart is the first thing. So you are already
So
something.
is your heart you? Because there's people
I
who live
bel-
without hearts,
I
but I don't know
believe-
anybody who lives without a brain.
I don't know anyone
lives
that-
without a brain?
Who lives without a heart?
Yeah, there's people who can live
Yeah.
without a heart. Sure.
So then
you
there's
can have
people that
machines which pump your
there's
blood
people,
and everything
there's
else.
people that live brain dead as
Without
well
a
with
consciousness,
machines.
without a consciousness, now they're a mechanism.
Okay, but now we're just getting out of like.
No,
topic,
we're
I
not.
feel
We're
like.
not. What I'm
I never
demonstrating,
finished my
what I'm
point.
demonstrating to you. Hang on. Let me just finish. What I'm demonstrating to you is that as a head, yes, you would still exist, but a body without a head cannot.
Okay.